Hi everyone, welcome to the call. It's a minute after noon and we have almost 30 people on the line already, so I think we'll just go ahead and get started. If you're looking for the Energy Upgrade California call for the PG&E pilot program, then you're in the right place. If you're not, we hope you'll stay anyway because we have a lot of good information scheduled. This is Young Chen from Build It Green. Again, thank you very much for coming. Today's webinar is co-hosted by the Build It Green team, representing the PG&E Whole House Rebate Program, along with PG&E and StopWaste.org. We're really excited to have you all here. So behind the scenes, we've been working to put this call and the presentation together over the last 2 weeks, and we're really excited to see that over 60 people signed up for today's webinar, and we're looking forward to sharing the information from our agenda with you. Hopefully all of you can see that on your screen. As Ed Thomas said earlier, all of the participants will be muted throughout the call until the very end when we do the Q&A section. If you have a pressing question in the meantime, please chat your question to us or raise your hand, and we will unmute you. All of the panelists will be unmuted throughout the call, and we'll be transitioning the slides from Build It Green's end. So with that, I will turn it over to Bruce Mast to have him kick off our webinar.
Thank you, Young. This is Bruce Mast. I'm the Director of Programs at Build It Green, and I'd like to just start by thanking PG&E for the opportunity to be working on this program. It's a very exciting program. For us, it's an honor to be entrusted with the role that we've been asked to take on. We understand there's a lot riding on the success of this program. Some of you in the business world have staked your livelihood on the success of home performance industry. Obviously, this program is very important for us as a state and as a nation for reaching our climate action goals and our energy efficiency goals. And for Build It Green, we're very excited because this squarely aligns with our mission to promote healthy and energy efficient and resource efficient homes in California. I'm very confident that we are going to succeed because we've assembled a really exceptional team to implement this program. I want to introduce our team members, and here's the logos. Starting with Performance Systems Development. For those of you who don't know PSD, they specialize in providing software and training and engineering and consulting in the building energy efficiency industry. I've been working in the area of home performance for close to 30 years now. They're going to be deploying their Green Energy Compass IT platform to help us administer job applications and our quality assurance processes. Electric Gas Industries Association, the nation's oldest and most experienced rebate processing program organization for energy efficiency rebates. EGIA will be leading incentive processing. They'll be supporting our contractor outreach and enrollment, and they're going to be coordinating a home energy makeover contest. MIG is on our team on the marketing side. They're a leading marketing communications firm with 30 years of experience design, implementing social marketing and outreach programs. For the last about a year and a half almost, it seems like, they've been very immersed in communications planning efforts around Energy Upgrade California, working with the local governments, the Energy Commission, and so they're going to be leading our marketing and communications efforts. Cheers, last but not least, many of you know them. They've got 20 years of experience as a leading HERS provider in California. Strong expertise with HERS energy modeling, which is important for this program. So they're going to be supporting our quality assurance efforts. They're going to contribute to energy modeling support and providing linkages between home performance contracting and the HERS rater industry. We recognize that the transition is bound to bring some changes, but our focus is guided by kind of two key principles here. One is that we want to minimize disruptions for the contractors in the field, and two, our pledge is no surprises. So we're committed to giving advance notice of changes that are coming so that you have time to prepare for them and to plan for those. It's important to stress during this transition period that the current pilot program remains unchanged during the transition. So the procedures and protocols, all of that stays unchanged. It's business as usual. CBPCA continues to implement that pilot program with PG&E, and they remain the primary contractor contact for questions and training and data submission that will transition to Builder Green, but again, we'll be giving you advance notice of those transitions as they come about. PG&E will be actively seeking feedback from program participants to help inform the development and the improvements as we go from the pilot to the full program. I think Joanne's going to talk a little bit more about that in a moment. We think the transition will be seamless from the perspective of homeowners and our industry partners. Contractors are most likely to be the ones seeing changes, but even there we want to keep those as limited as possible. There are going to be a few changes that I can already kind of give you a sneak preview about. So we will need participating contractors to execute a new participation agreement with Builder Green because the old agreements are with CBPCA. So we're finalizing that participation agreement language now. We're going to be offering new training on things like data submission and any changes in the program procedures. There'll be training and webinars around that, and there will be, with the new IT system, that will mean slightly new data submission process. We're going to be offering updates and training on some enhanced whole house safety protocols that we're rolling out to make sure that we're not creating any health issues for our participating homeowners. And we're going to be collecting information so that we can perform background checks, company leadership background checks as necessary. And we're considering some further enhancement that we'll be vetting with participants. We'll be working on increased marketing and outreach support to homeowners, regular contractor and stakeholder conference calls and webinars, and offering more step-by-step guidance for combustion safety and responding to fail tests, things like that. Also, kind of the future program development, we will be working with PG&E to develop a multifamily offering to complement the current single-family program. So I just want to end by stressing again that PG&E and Builder Green and CBPCA, we're all committed to providing advance notice of program changes and key dates to program participants to make this a smooth transition, minimize the disruption for those of you in the field doing work, and ultimately leading to a successful program. So with that, I will turn it back over to Young.
Thanks, Bruce. Next, we'll have Joanne Panchana speak on collecting feedback for the pilot program.
Hello, everyone. This is Joanne Panchana. I'm the program manager for PG&E's Whole House program, part of Energy Upgrade California. Thank you all for making it. I just want to take a few minutes to reiterate the points that Bruce made, address the recent email that you should have all received from me, and talk about how important it is for you guys to give me your feedback so we can do everything in our power to make this program work for you and the customers. So as Bruce mentioned, we are in the period of working to transition from the pilot program being implemented by CBPCA to the full program implementation through Builder Green. And I just want to make sure that everyone has a chance to answer or ask questions at the end, any concerns. One thing I want to reiterate is that the program design, the rebate structure, the qualifications, the measures, those aren't changing. So from a homeowner customer perspective, the program should be 100% seamless. As Bruce mentioned, there will be some administrative changes in terms of who you're working with once we make the transition, who you're submitting paperwork through. But the data collection, for the most part, will be the same. The general processes that we go through will be pretty close. So I wouldn't expect there to be any dramatic things that would affect the way that you currently operate. With that said, there will be some changes, and as Bruce mentioned, we're going to focus on making sure to get that messaging out as soon as possible and with as much lead time as possible so that you guys can make sure to address that in your business practices. So we luckily had a very successful effort with our pilot so far, starting in with a soft launch in August of 2010. We've completed over 250 retrofits and have almost 300 more in process. with all that work that's been done and over that time period, we've worked really hard to make continuous improvements and focus on making continuous improvements. But to be successful in doing that, we really need to get the contractors and the program participants feedback. So on the screen now, you'll see a SurveyMonkey link. Hopefully you all receive this via email. If not, let us know. We can send it out to you. We were having some technical difficulties with the link, but if you take that link that was on the screen and copy and paste it into your URL, you should be able to access that if the direct link doesn't work. And it's really important for us to get feedback. We have over about at least 10 people who have provided feedback, but we have over 80 contractors, so I'm hoping you guys all take the time. And what we're going to do is really use this to inform the full program rollout, inform continuous improvements. We have a question about what changes or modifications are most important to the program participants, and that's going to help us prioritize where we focus our efforts first. So if there's something you want to change or want to address, I please encourage you to take this survey. Hopefully it won't take more than 10 to 15 minutes to complete. So I really appreciate that, and as always, feel free to contact myself, Bill DeGreen, or the CBPCA staff, and let us know your thoughts as well.
Thanks, Joanne. This is Ed Thomas with EGIA. At each of these program status webinars, we want to put a spotlight on one of the participating contractors, and Ori Skloot has graciously offered to be the first. Ori's the co-founder and president of Advanced Home Energy in the Bay Area. Ori's been in the home energy efficiency field since 1998. He's a licensed general HVAC and insulation contractor, and he's lectured on home performance topics throughout the country and has taught numerous classes for the CBPCA, and Ori became the CBPCA board president in mid-2010. So Ori, could you take just a couple of minutes to share with all of us how your company got started and how you evolved into Whole House, and also where you are today and some of your biggest business challenges? You can do that in just a couple of minutes, right, Ori?
Sure, I'll do my best. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. So here we have a little slide talking about us. We started in '06. We were an insulation contractor and doing what insulation contractors normally do, which is trying to outbid other people. And we actually did pretty well, but boy, we were always fighting on price, and went through CBPCA training with Rick Chitwood, the 10-day training at the time, and like most people I imagine on the call, opened our eyes, and we dove feet first into this. And a lot of people feel like now's an amazing time, I would say, to jump into this with the rebates. And I just want to highlight that we were managing to do this before the rebates came out. So I want to just caution everyone that the rebates are great, and they should definitely be an integral part of how we're doing this, but that we need to be able to build this industry without complete reliance on rebates, because they come and they go, and that makes it awfully hard to run this program. So we weren't becoming bazillionaires, but we were doing all right. And then with this, the launch of EUC and all the government programs now, it's just crazy the amount of opportunities out there. So just a little perspective. Before we started with one crew, and now we're up to 7 full-time crews. We're up at 28 staff people, and our average job size is just catapulted. So that makes life much better. I think when people ask me, okay, so what's great about being in this industry, what's tough? For those of you that started during the EUC rebates, it's a lot of back-end work. And Joanne, you asked, what can we do to make this better? I would say anything that you guys can do to make the contractor's life easier on the back end. The whole process can be very laborious, I'm sure we're all aware of. But hopefully we've gone through a lot of, someone's saying I'm echoing a lot. So just to whoever organized this, if you guys can, I don't know if there's anything you can do. I hear it now too. I'll just keep going though. The complexity is an awful lot, but it really can be doable. And for those of you getting into this, what I would recommend is tag along with a contractor that's been doing it for a while and see their process. We've all scraped our knees a whole bunch. And I think the best way, before you jump in feet first, is to understand how the whole rebate process works, because we've definitely had to go back and back again and again to figure it out. But at this point, we feel like we've got the ball rolling. I know there's a number of other contracts out there who are really starting to ramp up, and we're excited about the opportunities, both with the EUC and with the government programs launching, and with the marketing finally launching out, I think in May. We're expecting there to just be a flood of demand. So fingers crossed, and if people have questions, they can always email me, and I'll do my best. I'm not always great about it, but I'll do my best in responding quick responses back. Ed, did that cover more or less what you're looking for, or were there any questions you want to ask me?
Yeah, Ori, thank you very much for sharing that. That was really terrific. I know it's, I've said it, you and I have done workshops together, and I've said it before, it's, the pioneers get the arrows in their back and the settlers get the land. And so I really appreciate you sharing with us, some of those arrows in your back, and appreciate everything you're doing for the program.
Thanks.
And with that, we'll turn it over to Judy Edlinger from Stop Waste to talk about the Alameda County media launch. And Judy, if you could please just talk close to your phone, that would be great.
Okay, can you hear me? Am I unmuted?
Yeah, you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Hello, everybody. Thanks for attending today. I'm going to go through what we're doing with our marketing media launch. Well, it's the media launch and beyond, more marketing in general. That's going to be rolling out in Alameda County, and it also then affects the regional as well, Bay Area in general. So.
Judy, could you speak up just a little bit more? Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to go on my handset instead of my headset. Is that better?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to go through the media launch, and as Ori just said, we are scheduled to roll this out the week of May 2nd, although next week we will be doing some print ads, both in language paper and some mass media, and I'll talk about that as we go through this. So for the media launch beginning on May 2nd, the week of May 2nd, we have broadcast.
Is it that was the sound?
Whoops. Is that somebody needs to either mute it or they're telling me something? Their phone? Somebody's not muted. Are you okay? Sorry about that, everybody. All right, broadcast. So these are the things that we will be doing. KTVU, Channel 2, will be running a 30-second ad, which will be reaching, obviously, the Bay Area, as KTVU is a Bay Area channel. And in addition to that, there will be 9 one-minute vignettes that will show a Alameda County family going through an energy upgrade. And I'm going to go over the timing of all this a little later in the slides here. So right now I'm just going to let you know about the types of things we'll be doing. So KTVU Channel 2, 30-second ads promoting the program. And then on radio we have sponsorships, 15-second sponsorships that will be on KQED, and 30-second radio spots that will be on KCBS. So obviously all of those hit broader than just Alameda County. Our task is really Alameda County. Stop Waste has the marketing role for Alameda County, but there are many channels that we'll be using, as I've said, that will reach beyond the county. So next slide is the transit and out of home. So there will be ads in BART stations, and again, these will be just Alameda County, AC Transit buses, billboards, and we'll be highlighting 3 areas, Berkeley, Oakland, and San Leandro. We've done some market research over this past year and a half and have targeted a few areas which appear to have the highest return for us in the age of homes, as well as being our target audience. So these 3 cities came out as 3 of the areas where we would be most targeted in our outreach. And since we do have a limited budget, we're trying to be smart in how we use this. And then the print ads will be Alameda County papers only. There will be neighborhood papers as well as some dailies. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, on television, we will also be doing cable TV in addition to KTVU. So that's our major media outlets that all will be, as I said, rolling out the week of May 2nd. And on my next slide, sorry, I have to jump ahead here, is the media schedule. And this may be hard for you all to see, but if people are interested, we can get a PDF of this to you. And for those of you who are participating contractors or cities and counties who are in the program and have access to the online resource library, the media schedule will be posted there, and it's something that you can look at any time through the online resource library. So this just shows you a little more detail of what I just went over, the television, radio, outdoor, print, as well as the online advertising that we'll be doing, and giving you a general idea of starting in May, and we'll be running through early spring 2012. It won't be consistent again, you know, given our limited budget. We'll be on again, off again, but we'll have a presence that will take us through the program duration, which is early March 2012. So then wanted to also tell you about some of our multicultural outreach that we'll be doing in the media, and we'll be hitting some in-language Spanish and Chinese radio stations, as well as some printed as well. And sorry, I don't have control over the PowerPoint, I don't think, as to moving it forward, but we're on to that next slide there. So that just shows you a few of those. Again, this will be in the online resource library so that you can take a look at that. Then we also want to give you an example of a few of the things that we are going to be doing. So the next slide shows our print ad, and this is what will be in the Alameda County papers, and this is a theme that you'll see reflected in the TV ad as well as the radio and the initial round of billboards and transit. Will be focusing a little somewhat on this haunted house or a house underperforming. So we'll have our print ads, and the next one shows door hangers, and that's not something we're using in Alameda County, but these door hangers will be used throughout the Bay Area. Part of our task was to develop marketing for for 8 counties in the Bay Area region, and so these will be customized with each county's logo. The print ads will also be customized for each county's logo, and the different counties will be using different tools here. Not everybody will be using print ads and door hangers and posters, but they have these tools all available, and there will be a consistency in the look of that. So I don't have samples yet of the billboards and all that, but I did want to tell you what some of the things were in the online resource library that, again, you can access if you're a participating contractor. So there are trifold brochures, fact sheets, there are lawn signs that you can customize with your company's name. There's web buttons if you want to put those on your websites. There are also program talking points, marketing guidelines, and a list of marketing terms. And all of this is done in an effort to provide consistency in terms of outreach to homeowners so that they're getting one message, a similar look, in a way for you to identify with the program, which should increase the success of your outreach. And so the last slide just shows a couple of those items that I mentioned. One more, yeah, the fact sheet and the trifold brochure. These both are, if you can see it, it says in the Bay Area, so these are being used throughout the Bay Area. Alameda County also has their version of that. There's a statewide version. So there's lots of materials out there that we'll be using and also that will be available for you as contractors to use as well to help promote the program. So that's the marketing piece.
Thank you, Judy. I see that a couple participants have been trying to submit questions. I got one from Lisa and Fergus. If you could chat yours to me, we can address those in the Q&A section. And with that, I'll turn it back to Joanne.
Hi, this is Joanne again. I'm sorry, it sounds like the last time I was speaking, it was a bit hard to hear me. I've never been accused of speaking too quietly, but hopefully it's a little bit better this time around. So I want to talk a little bit. Judy did a great job explaining the marketing efforts going on in Alameda County. Some of you on the phone might be thinking, well, I don't do work in Alameda County, so how does, what else is there available? Or you might be thinking, I do work in Alameda County. These are great. I want to use some of these various tools to do additional marketing to augment that and really drive leads and participation. So what I have here is, if you can go to the next slide, I'm going to talk a little bit about PG&E's resources available to contractors, industry partners, local governments. As you can see on here, on the left-hand side is a screenshot of pge.com/energyupgradeca. We have basic information on the program, not necessarily the place to drive customers, but what's great is we have on the bottom the ability to download 4 different flyers that you can download and print and use as you'd like. We have the What is an Energy Upgrade California. We have one with the photograph, one without. The one without is really geared towards making it easier for you to print without killing your ink cartridges. And then we also have the fact sheets I'm going to show you a little bit later on the basic upgrade package and the advanced upgrade package. So hopefully this is a good tool for you to be able to access these as needed without having to hunt me down or one of the other implementers. However, if you are interested in getting some of these hard copied materials, we will be making those available as well to order in bulk. Go to the next slide. This is an example of that first What is Energy Upgrade California handout I spoke about. This is the version with the picture. The one without the picture will just have a blue banner instead of the photo. And just a tool to educate homeowners about the program, having the utility logos on there to show that there are incentives available. Next slide. Here's an example. I know you probably can't read them. That's slightly on purpose so that you go to the website and actually download them. On the left, you'll see a basic upgrade package handout, and on the right, the advanced, and just detailing from a homeowner's perspective what needs to occur for the homeowner to participate in the program and what they can expect to have done to their home as part of that. Next slide. This is the one item that's not on the website, although you can let me know and we can send packets of them. They're trifold brochures with similar information, just a different format. I don't know if I have a next slide, but if I do, oh, no I don't. Okay, so that's all for the PG&E marketing, but I'm hoping that with Judy's information and with the information I shared with you, that you feel empowered to use these tools to help support your business, to help drive awareness for customers. I know that you've been waiting for it for a long time. It's finally here, and things are really picking up, so I think it's exciting, and I'm hoping that you're getting excited about it as well. Thanks.
Thanks, Joanne. So we're doing great on time. It's only 12:30, and that's wonderful because it leaves us plenty of time for Q&A. If people start to drop off, I just wanted to let you know that we are recording this webinar, and it will be available on through Build It Green's website, which is www.builditgreen.org. You should see that up on your screen, and we'll have a clear link from the homepage in the next few days. And we hope that this webinar will be the first in a series that we'll do on a regular basis for the participating contractors in PG&E territory, where you will be able to hear directly from the Build It Green Program Administration team as well as from PG&E, and have a forum to submit your questions. Okay. So with that, I'll turn it over. We'll unmute all of the panelists, and if people have questions and we start to interrupt one another, please just raise your hand on your GoToWebinar, and we'll unmute you in turn. Thank you.
As far as questions, I guess we've got a question for you. I'm not sure if you want to address this or not, but some folks are asking about the situation, I guess, or what are you doing with Recurve these days?
Sure. We acquired Recurve's operations. So Advanced Home Energy is now serving the entire Bay Area, and we'll continue to do so.
Thanks. Other questions? Do we have any other questions for any of our panelists? This would be an opportunity to ask those, otherwise we'll just go ahead and wrap things up. But if you have a question, as we said, just type that into the question section there, or tell us to put your hand up, and we'll unmute your line so that you can ask it directly.
So it looks like we have a question from Alex. I'm unmuting you now. Alex, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can.
Okay. Let's see. Bruce mentioned software from PSD, Clean Energy Compass. Can somebody speak to what that is?
Yeah, I can tell you a little bit more about what that does. That's basically our system for administering the program. So this does not replace the energy modeling software that you would use to actually estimate model results. So it does not replace Energy Pro or Recurve. What it does is it creates that place where you go and submit your job data. It would be where we would receive that data. We would be capturing it. We'd be doing our review of the data, doing job application review, sending you your notice to proceed. When you're done with the work, you would resubmit your job data through that portal at the end to request rebate payment. We would be using that for scheduling our field verification visits. So it's all about the administrative portion at kind of the back end and our tracking reporting, so we can tell PG&E what's going on and where the jobs are in the pipeline and how many jobs have been performed, things like that.
Does it interface with Vision, or is it replacing Vision?
It would replace Vision.
Oh, okay. Good. And let's see. There was one other question I had. Date. When is the transition from pilot to this program?
So we're phasing things in, and so we're not transitioning everything at once. And I'm not sure we want to announce dates yet, although we will announce dates before they actually happen. But some things we've already started. So for example, the Build a Green team has already started conducting basic training. We just finished the first one yesterday in Stockton. The next step, we're going to start delivering orientation workshops soon, although not right away. I think CVPCA has a few on the calendar yet, so that would be kind of the next piece that we take over. Soon, right around that same time, we'll start transitioning over, and new contractors coming into the program would start applying through our portal and going through our process. So that would be kind of the next phase. And then soon after that, we would start transitioning over and start processing the job applications and doing the quality assurance. So we're going to kind of phase in these pieces incrementally.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, another question.
The next question will be coming from William Fleming. You are unmuted. And Joanne from PG&E will answer your question.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is about, are there going to be any other options besides Energy Pro, like Recurve or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, so thank you for that question. Currently, Energy Pro and Recurve are being accepted in the pilot program. Recurve has not, last time I checked, been officially approved as a CEC-approved software. So what we're doing to help out the contractors who have already signed up to use that software and made that investment, we are taking that and rerunning the models in Energy Pro to be consistent with that approach. And we will continue to do that through the pilot, and we hope that before the full program launches, that software will be accepted by the CEC and then therefore be allowable as an alternative or a substitute for Energy Pro.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any other questions from the audience? One more. So this is from Jane. Hi, Jane. Go ahead.
Hi. I was just kind of wondering, I know you said earlier that the program is going to experience no changes. So is HERS 2 not going to affect any of this as far as test in, test out? Will the,
So
will the contractor be able to go ahead and perform the test in, test out on this?
I'll go ahead. The current model is a contractor-driven model where the contractor is the program participant and can either do the diagnostic testing and energy modeling themselves or can sub it out. The one thing that they must perform in-house is the combustion safety, and so that is not expected to change. However, we are working to integrate more and more with HERS 2 as they develop their contractor model and with their current rater model, and trying to work out ways in which we can continue to involve those market actors. And so any suggestions are certainly warranted, and there's room for that on the survey application if you want to fill that out.
Okay, thank you.
Any more audience questions, please?
Guess not.
Okay, great. We'll wrap up then. As I said, the recording and PowerPoint will be available on Build It Green's website, and we hope to schedule these roughly every month, and that will definitely be the case once the transition has been complete. But to hear about the next webinar, we'll just send out an email announcement to the same list, which is the PG&E Pilot Program Participating Contractors list. If there's anyone that you know of that I missed, please let Build It Green know. And I wanted to thank our partners for helping us do outreach on this call. So Efficiency First, Ecology Action, and also Stop Waste and other local government partners. In the meantime, you'll start to see the Build It Green team hold public events more and more on behalf of the PG&E program, and just so you're all aware, for contractors who are looking to get into the program, we're starting to plan some basic trainings and participation workshops for new entrants. So thank you very much. If there are any follow-on questions, please feel free to send me an email at ychen@builditgreen.org.